Ugh, I need to do a lot of maps, dude. I'm like totally out of seeds. I don't know about you. This
I'm pretty
strategy of saving or filling up your garden and using it on deliriums and shit.
Do
Like,
you selectively open uh harvest them? Because that's what I do.
no, I don't harvest them.
That
Oh, I mean, I
off, so
did
you,
it once. I harvested it once when we tried harvesting as a group, and
yeah.
then from then on, I started only doing it within deliriums, and that was the other time we did it as a group.
Oh, but that seems like it's such a waste of all the growing time.
Well, I don't even have enough seeds, so maybe it's not all that much of a waste, you know?
That's true. I don't find that I'm lacking seeds. Do you do like T14 maps and stuff? T14 and higher?
Yeah, I have 0 seeds right now.
Hmm. I find that you get a lot when you open.
Maybe, I mean, I would assume you have just as many gardens as me. Hey, back
Probably.
row. How's it going, man? That's right, just got here on time. Let me actually make a post on Discord that I'm going to be streaming for a bit. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Discord here. Starting a quick stream. And twitch.tv/Emnix, please. And then you add a little smile emoji, you know? Do I have a good one? Party. Ah! Oh, why are they attacking me? I'm not even in the map yet. What in the world? I'm still in Discord. Alright, there we go. Love watching your videos on YouTube. Thank you! I love posting them. There was supposed to be another episode, but apparently I accidentally uploaded like a 28 gigabyte video and it's been processing for half a day now.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
So there is another one coming. I feel like it's a good one. It's also, unfortunately, it's a 4-hour video. One of those. It was a big stream. I got really into it, and I got really not into it because I broke my item. Spoiler alert. That's what I did. And now I'm kind of poor. Don't have too much money going, but you know, that's why we're doing the maps, trying to make a little bit of cash.
Go on.
It's my
Ghosts are so dumb.
that
I have like one of those tempering rooms, and literally
I remain
almost died trying to chase a ghost
You remind me
into a
what.
yellow.
All right then.
You
And
bother
this is-
doing that? I stopped. I can't.
But the
I
tempering
can't be
room has like
parsed.
6 ghosts.
Huh?
The tempering room has the tempering room has like 6 ghosts.
Yeah, that's true, but it's just
Such a waste.
not only is it a waste, it might not be a waste. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe you can get some good stuff out of it every now and then.
I'd
If you do
prefer
it
peace if I had the
enough
choice.
times,
But I don't.
because you don't have a big sample size with regards to
That's true.
ghosts. But it's just
They're not your fate.
it's super rippy
For the
doing it.
Crusade.
You know what I
I'll
mean?
defend this
Crusade
Yeah,
never
yes,
ends,
it is.
brother.
Like,
Allow
it's very rippy, especially for me, because I'm not doing any damage, which means I have no lifesteal, which means I'm just straight up taking hits.
Yeah, you're literally headbutting the dude, right? Like what's the most useless move in Pokemon? You're using struggle, okay? You're using struggle and trying to force him
Hate
into something.
myself.
Oh my
hate
god, I
the
got heal up
syndicate.
finally. I had put him in
Rather
prison
be
a long
dead.
time ago, and or not prison. I had kicked him out of the syndicate a long time ago, and now he's back. That's good.
Death.
Heal up goes
Hate
to
myself.
Even my
Here.
rivals deserve better.
Elrion.
I'm-
No effect. Gravicius.
Death holds no
I really
terror
don't want
for me,
Gravicius at
Exile.
transportation.
It is you who should fear.
Right? I want him at like. Typically, I want him in intervention, but this isn't max
Divination
intervention.
skills?
Huh?
For divination skills?
Yeah. I mean, transportation isn't the worst.
Death hope-
Whatever.
Your methods are brutal. God will not watch you. You remind me.
Better a deal than having to kill you, old man.
I'd rather do that and have him rank up than just have him sitting around doing nothing, I suppose.
I really are, to be honest. If you have enough connections, you can move them around.
Can you?
Yeah, all my guys kind of like usually I have an option to move someone around
Just need
every
a
single
moment
time.
to catch my breath.
Isn't Chimera best in transportation? Maybe for profit? I don't know anymore because he gives the sulfite scarabs, right?
Chimera.
I think Chimera
Yes.
gives sulfite. Yeah, and lots of people like sulfite scarabs, I guess. But I never used them, which is kind of weird. Or like I never found a good use for them.
Oh, I use them all the time.
Really?
You can use so much sulfite if you have any map over 100%.
But I don't delve enough, right?
I do. I kind of use it every time when I'm short on small currency instead of like going out and buying like hundreds. I might as well, you know.
So you
Try
go
to find-
delving for currency?
Yeah. And then every once in a while I get some fossils, and then I just throw some of these fossils and stuff like that on the swords, trying to get my last
Interesting.
piece.
I mean, I think I do have Chimera in intervention right now, but I don't know. Oh, what is going on here? Just fireballs everywhere. Ooh. Oh yeah, I don't know the syndicates that well. I don't know how many of them you actually remember, Jimmy. Like I try, and in the end, I can't be arsed.
I usually just remember the most expensive ones.
What are the most expensive ones?
Or the most valuable ones.
I need more
Leo.
pockets.
Leo for Exile Slam. Barichi for White Sockets. That fled in research for what's that thing called?
Keep your eyes sharp.
Upgrading Breachstones. Or in intervention for Breach Scarabs, if that's your thing. What else? Tiny for those stupid tiny trials, which are absolutely horrible, but
Dude.
kind of fun.
I hate those.
I kind of like it. I remember it.
Like they go so
Um,
fast and they start panicking. Oh, click, click, click. Exalt, Vol, and you brick your item. You know.
Yes, yes, that's pretty much what it is. Who else? Isling for Double Veil in research.
Okay.
Hillock for quality weapons in transportation, quality armor in fortification, quality flask in research, and quality maps in intervention. Provisius in intervention for divination cards. Who else? Who else? I mean, that's all I remember, but that's a lot. Like, that's enough.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Those are the. Well, I wouldn't say good because you know Tiny is pretty terrible, but he's fun.
I mean, do I still have Tiny? I make it a mission to get rid of Tiny.
I'd rather have Tiny than Haku.
Fair. Are those the two choices? I feel like you have two people who are kicked out, right?
Jurgen also sucks too, so fuck him.
Exile.
Okay, fine. What is Jorgen?
So-
Oh, Jorgen's the B series stuff?
Yeah, B series stuff. Fuck that.
Yeah, okay.
I want a level, man.
Huh. What's this?
Alright. I'm gonna ball no balls this one exalt gem. Here we go.
Celerin.
Please don't brick. Please don't brick.
I bricked 2 Exalt gems already. Or 2 1 Exalt gems. Jewels, not gems.
Oh, nothing happened.
You vaulted?
Yeah.
So when you traded for it, did you buy a non-corrupted one or corrupted?
I bought a non-corrupted. Like, I have another one.
You have 2? Oh, it's not nothing happened. Regen 1%.
No. That region 1% was a harvest craft.
Oh. Oh, you had a harvest craft ready. That's a good idea.
I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna go stuff.
Now that I think about it, before you do any form of falling, you should probably like harvest craft and all that, right?
Yeah. Some harvest crafts are really good. Like I have 10% duration for power charge,
Your cause truly is.
Okay.
which is kind of cool.
Feels as though the
Back in the
walls
day,
are closing in.
I'd have given my
Doesn't
left
it,
arm
Exile?
to take a swing
Fine.
at a
10%
horrendous.
We'll
defense
handle
charge
your
is good. It's unfortunate to jump.
I'm more than happy to defend
Not
my family's
again.
name. Try me. Yuck! Ugh! Damn, I got some on me. I really do.
Not even the red blade. I knew you could be reasonable.
Alright, not a bad June. You can harvest craft implicits, didn't know that. Yeah, but this is a different pool from the corrupted mods.
It's different.
Yeah, so there is... I don't know what they are, exactly. But there are some good ones out there. So really, before you start corrupting your jewels, use the harvest crafts. I haven't picked one up either. I think Jimmy has them though.
Right.
And also, before you start corrupting your weapons, add the synthesis crafts. Because those could be really good too.
There's also harvest crafting on weapon and armor quality, which changes things. Like there's an armor quality mod, which is instead of increasing your defense stats, it will add health per
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
There's a weapon mod that adds movement speed. per
So I actually want that
attack
on my
speed.
weapon because I need elemental damage versus quality. Or for quality. Because the quality does nothing for my wand.
Swap, swap.
Harvest is ready.
Yes, I have one swap.
Okay, so I've
two
been
swap.
working very hard on modifying my garden, and now it looks somewhat better. But now I don't have enough seeds to do everything I need to do, so... Yo, I basically tucked all of my storage tanks into little corners, and then I use, I tried to minimize my pylon usage by using the conductors? The collectors as pylons. I haven't gone far in Harvest, just reached maps, but I keep on leveling different characters and not doing the end game. That sounds like me when I first started PoE. I just kept playing everything. Oh, I want to play this build. Oh, I want to play that build. Now it's like, well, I kind of want to get this a little bit further to its logical conclusion before I move on. But hey, dude, I totally get it. Although Jimmy, on the other hand, his character doesn't reach a logical conclusion. It just reaches a gear cap. Doesn't it, Jimmy?
You can just keep adding more damage.
Eventually,
Blessings.
you just can't get more gear. Unless you
No,
had mirrors.
Alan couldn't do Dearest, and he was on his last portal. I'm like, yo, just lay on the ground. I got this.
Just
I hopped in, and then I just literally like 3-shot it.
stay still.
Just chill on the ground. And then I almost left the map while leaving the items on the ground because I was gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, it's the last portal. I can't leave. You have to leave.
Leveling is fun and mapping is boring for me. That's an interesting take. In fact, I would go as far as say that's a hot take. Because a lot of people love mapping. I think with maps, though, you can't map for the sake of mapping, just to do the same instances over and over. The point of mapping is to start building currency and building gear. Like, really, when you get into endgame of Path of Exile, like, you want to get your character to a point where it... Like, you need some goals, right? Like, when you create a character, I think the first goal everyone has is like, I want to beat the game. I want to beat the game, I want to get to the end of the 10 acts, and so on and so forth. And then really you gotta set, and then it's like, well, how far can I take this character? If I can beat it, is that the conclusion? Or do I want to beat, you know, Cyrus, or the Guardians, or Shaper, or Elder, and whatnot? And once you set those goals for yourself, all the other goals kind of fall into place, right? It's like, okay, well, in order to beat the Shaper, I need to first friggin' get to, you know, red maps in the first place. In order to get to red maps, maybe I need more gear, or like maybe this build stops working at some point and I gotta start problem solving. Maybe I need to add another layer of defense. Maybe I need another mechanic when it comes to my offense. And like, I think a lot of the fun that you derive out of this game, like, yeah, there's fun in just killing and getting currency and getting loot and stuff, but it's like that planning aspect, right? It's like, what do I do next? And once you lose sight of what you want to do next, that's when you reroll.
It's when you quit.
Or when you quit.
It's when you start waiting for the next.
So, I don't know, and I'm not saying it's like you don't have any goals, because maybe your goal is like, well, I just want to level up the character. I really enjoy leveling, actually. I actually find that really fun as well. But once I get to maps, I'm like, okay. Like for me, I would say if I had a curve of like the fun curve or whatever you want to call it, when I'm leveling, that's the highest. Leveling is actually the highest point of fun for me.
Do you spend most time playing? Do you hear me?
At the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do spend the most time playing at the beginning. And then as I start getting into maps, it starts falling off a little bit. I love testing out different builds. Me too. I like it as well. Not as much as before, because now I'm like, to me, my definition of testing out different builds means trying to take it like later into the game. And a lot of time that takes up a lot of your time. But yeah, like once I start getting to red maps, if I start losing sight of what my goals are, that's when I stop playing, basically.
Alan, are you still looking for remove lightning?
Yes.
I have it.
Oh, thank God. It's so long.
Nice.
My tier 4 is almost about to grow. You guys wanna?
Ooh, that sounds fun.
That sounds nice.
Just don't do it in a map,
No,
Yeah, that's really fucking
in
stupid.
case
Don't
you
do it.
die and lose all your portals and stuff. Yeah.
I saved up an entire field's worth of storage tanks to grow the
T4.
tier 4, and it's almost used all of them. One cycle left.
I've only played for like a league and a half, so everything is new to me. There's so much content. I don't know how new players go through this game.
Exile?
Like, if I had to play this game at its current state and nobody was there to handhold me, I think it would take me a few tries to actually get a character into maps, or even like get into the late game, you know?
Well, I think there are more build guides now to help.
Dude, it's not just the build guides. Like, sure, there's the build guide, which is like, okay, I put a point here, and you know,
Gimme.
But it's like, what are strong boxes? What's a delve? What's an incursion? What's the point of an incursion? You know, what do seeds do? Like, the game isn't really transparent with all those past mechanics. You go to the map
on.
device, it's like, what's anarchy? What's...
I want to confirm this. You want remove a random lightning modifier. correct?
There's no other
Okay.
lightning there.
Yeah, but he might
Okay.
remove a non-lightning, or he might add a lightning, and
No, 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 no. No, no, no.
he might
Remove a random
reforge your
lightning.
item.
This is safe, so there's really only like 3 here, and one is defense, one's remove non-defense out of defense, and the last one is remove random lightning. And
Remove random lightning.
remove random lightning and confirm.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Doing it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
This is like when you fire a missile, you need multiple guys to turn that key, okay?
Oh, fuck.
Everyone needs to confirm, everyone needs to be on board. Otherwise, you will do what I did and what Alan did as well, oddly
Yeah, I did
enough,
that.
Fucking hell.
which is totally click on the wrong craft.
I actually just ended up buying a new item.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even brick your item, but you ended up buying a new item anyways. 'Cause you're and for me, it bricked my item, okay?
Because, like, I think when Alan did it, I'm like, there's no fucking way that we got this, like, 5 times in a row. Like, literally, I'm gonna go buy a lottery ticket. Because you did the math, right? It's like 1 in 100,000.
But the first time I did it was actually it.
Because, yeah, it went from 7 to 8. The number has been bouncing around for a while. So it's been 7 to 8, then 8 to 7, then 7 to 8, and then it stayed the same. I'm like, there's no way. Like, what kind of math is that? Alright.
I managed to beat Awakener 8 Cyrus and attempted and failed Uber Elder, but playing alone kinda gets boring afterwards, and yeah, for a new player, there's a lot of stuff to do. Without all the guides, it'd be very hard. There used to be a day. That day doesn't really exist anymore. When players played together in PoE. That day used to be a thing. And now it's not so much. Oh my god, I got all this extra sulfite. I should totally use it.
Okay.
How many of the horror crafting stations do you have, Judy?
9, I think?
9. Holy shit.
Wow. Look at you guys, rich boys, with all that collected life force.
This is why I don't make that many mistakes, because I'm only
need a
picking through
moment
3, as
catch
opposed
my
to be an entire... Like, reroll isn't even gonna be on there. Like,
You know-
the worst thing I can do is remove some defense.
I think that might be the best strategy with regards to harvest, which is you find all the good augments and removes and so on, you put it in your hoarder crafting station, and everything that's left over, you either condense it, or you make new hoarder crafting stations, or you just get a few items that you really want to reroll, and you just reroll the crap out of it. And then you don't think about anything else. I don't mean playing in parties, but just talking while playing like what you guys do. Okay, if I had a choice, I would choose to play with others though, you know? But yeah, this is the next best thing. I get it. When you play alone, it kind of gets... To be honest, that's part of the reason why I started streaming, because it doesn't feel like I'm playing on my own. Before these guys join.
I remember you tried getting me into this game during Synthesis League, and I played for like 3 days, and I'm like, this is the worst piece of shit I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Like, everything is confusing. I had no idea what was going on.
Okay. I didn't get you to try and start PoE from Synthesis, okay? I've been trying to get you to play PoE since open beta. No, sorry, closed beta. It wasn't even open. I had to watch some dude stream all night long because he was giving out PoE keys. I bet you don't even know this.
Oh, you gave me a key.
I gave you a key, and then your graphics card died from playing this unoptimized piece of shit 10 years ago. And you were like, fuck this game. I'm like, dude, I stayed up all night for that key.
I think the graphics card I had at the time was a look at a hat. What the fuck is calling me? Here, I think the graphics card I had at the time was ATI 7970. and it was like a good card too. And
You probably
the
were
game
shell
started-
shocked from the fact that your graphics card was dying.
Yeah, and I remember back in the day, like the graphics didn't look like this. It was legit, like horrible. And I was like, I'm like, dude, this is a $100 graphics card. How the hell am I like disco ball? Like, what kind of bullshit?
I remember. And funnily enough, the first time you played, you also played an assassin. There were no subclasses, there were no ascendancies at the time, but you played a shadow, like Flicker Strike or some shit. And then you would flicker into a pack and you'd get yourself killed because you were like literal glass cannon. I remember you were dying in you were
Like,
dying
Act 3
in like Act 2 or some shit. Like, we didn't get very far. And I remember
Yeah.
you going, dude, this game sucks.
Cause I remember I was like I was playing Diablo 3 at the time as well, and Diablo 3 still had the money RNT like thingy,
Yeah.
and I actually that graphics card that I bought I remember this very clearly. It was actually from the money that I made playing Diablo 3, and oh god no.
Just need a moment.
Yeah, playing Diablo 3, and then I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go back to play some D3. I'm not burning down my brand spanking new video card on a game that looks like shit. It makes no sense.
Yo, looking back, D3 was like, what, 8 years ago?
Yeah,
That's when I started playing PoE, man.
the D3 was great. Like, it was like my summer job. I
feel
paid more
ya.
than minimum wage.
I mean, it was great until it stopped being great, right? Like, it made you money.
Like, I remember, like, back in the day, like, I would just, like, I was pretty high level, so I was playing Hell, whatever the highest thing is, and, you know, you find, like, a staff, and you're like, that's $100.
Yeah.
Like,
$100?
yeah, people pay, like, I think I made over, like $1,500-$1,600 from D3. That game paid for itself, man, and that's
That game paid for itself. I agree. It also paid for my D3. I don't understand how...
it paid for my computer. Like, well, not my whole computer. Like, I think it paid for like a bunch of computers.
How
But
much
it-
money did you make off
It
of
also killed the game, which is hilarious.
How much money did I make?
Yeah.
Like $1,000, $2,000, and I was like at the end of high school at the time, I think. And like I
No,
was
no,
being
it was
done.
end of university.
End of years.
Yeah, we had just finished college.
Sure.
D3?
Maybe. I don't know. Was I waiting for law school then?
Yeah, you must have been.
Oh no! Oh no! York was having a strike.
Oh, York.
Yeah. The university was having a strike, and I was just playing a shit ton of D3.
But yeah, it was good money. Good
was good
money, decent game. But anyways, it's kind of ragging on D3 is almost a faux pas at this point.
Why?
It's like anybody who plays Path of Exile just talks shit about D3. Even though D3 is nothing like what it used to be.
Problem
Like,
is,
it's not even
with,
fair to compare.
The problem with D3 and the money market is that people like just stop farming, right? Like there's no progression. You just go and
No, it wasn't even
Pay-
that. It was
pay
like
real money.
you literally could not
I don't know. I don't know where
you couldn't progress in D3 until you spent some money. Like it got really hard.
Did you guys
didn't
start
know.
off like Jimmy? Did you start off spending money before you made that cash? Or
No, I pre-ordered D3, so I started
oh, you started early.
super early. So I was in a really good position in the econ. Exactly how I play PoE. Like you start early, you get into a good position
Yeah.
with the economy, and then you like make some money during it. And like
Because I
I was
remember
paying
it was
like
the difficulty curve between Act 2 and Act 3 was like huge. right? Like Act 2, you could kinda struggle your way through it, you'd be fine. In Act 3, you were getting one-shotted by white mobs.
I remember when I was playing in Hell, like Hell difficulty, it was so bad that I started a brand new character and just turned it into pure glass cannon and try to glitch like terrains and then just stand somewhere and like shoot and like pull mobs and then you loot and then you leave and you try to make $100. And like that's what I did all day.
It stopped being fun.
It's literally like going to a job. I would wake up, like play some D3 for like 5-6 hours, make enough
You were a
money
Chinese
to pay.
farmer.
He was a
You were
Chinese farmer.
Chinese loot farmer.
I
Money
was a
farmer.
farmer, but I was getting paid Canadian wages. And I remember like that VNet like charged you like 1% to like convert the money into PayPal or something like that.
Yeah.
And then jeez.
You know what? They probably made so much money from that shit. Actually,
they
did they?
Do you think
Because
they made money or lost money? Because in the long run, people that
they
killed
lost
E3,
a
right?
lot of players from.
It lost a
Yeah,
lot of players. So
that.
people would just quit, right? Like there's no retention. Why can't I pull this plant from my garden? Yeah, it was great. I had a great time. Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna sort of fool myself. Like, I had a great time in D3, but it had its problems.
Oh, absolutely. I don't disagree with that either.
Like, a lot of people talk shit about D3. Like, yeah, some stuff is deserved, but you can't tell me you didn't have fun playing that game. Like, everybody played the crap out of it, okay? And the only reason people got mad is because it's like you couldn't get any further without, you know, either cheesing the game or like
What's considered cheesing the game?
Like, you
What I
get
said.
some mobs stuck on a ledge somewhere, and then you go up
Oh, I
high
see.
ground so they can't touch you, and then you just
That's
hit them for like
exactly-
5 minutes.
That's exactly what I did for like a very long time. Like an embarrassingly long time.
Like, how's
That's
that
how much
fun?
health they have. You know what is fun is like, oh, that's $100. You know,
That loot
Like-
drop, right?
that loot drop.
Sure.
And sometimes you see
I
the loot,
understand
and
that.
then you hop down and get it, and you're like, oh no, there's one extra mob, and then he just looks at you wrong, and you die.
Boom, you're dead. I remember that. I remember
Yo,
that. I'm
how-
like, what? There was nothing I could do, dude.
Yeah, like so rippy. Like sometimes
You guys
like,
always played Hell because that's where the loot
that's
drop
where
is
the
the
good
best.
drop is.
Okay, like everything pre-Hell. No, it wasn't called Hell. It was called Inferno.
Just need a moment
Inferno,
to catch
Inferno,
my-
yeah.
It was called Inferno, and so PoE had the same system really. In Diablo, well, you remember Diablo 2. It's like you play Act 1 to
Yeah.
3, Act 1 to 4, Act 1 to 4, and then you do it 3 times. In D3, you did it. Is it 4 times? 3 times. Normal, Nightmare, Inferno, something like that. It wasn't called Hell anymore, right? And then, and actually PoE had the same thing. We had normal, cruel, merciless. Yeah, we had 3.
Yeah,
At
right.
one point, we had 4 acts, or 4. You have to play through it 4 times. But like pre-Inferno, everything was just like a cakewalk, right? Like
Yes.
everybody was playing builds. They were asking like, "What's the fastest way to get to Inferno?" That's how people were playing. It's just like now. It's like, "What's the fastest way to get into maps?" People were literally power leveling through everything. They're just skipping so much freaking content to try and get into Inferno, and then to get into Inferno, and it's like a brick wall.
It's literally like you do not see it coming. It is a significant increase in difficulty for absolutely no reason whatsoever, and they don't warn you. So you like hop in, and all of a sudden it's like, surprise, you're dead.
And the thing is, the way they did eye levels is crazy too, because see, now I am ragging on D3. Like, this isn't fair. Okay, so like here, if you don't have enough gear, first of all, you could buy shit, right? Just like D3, but you could do like tier 1 maps, tier 2 maps, and they're doable.
Over again.
And then
It's not
eventually
fun.
you'll get gear that's like good enough for you to go into like you know, higher tiered maps. So you just do the lower tiered maps, and eventually you get enough gear because, you know, progression is it's fine. Like the tier you can get, you know, T2 fizz damage or like whatever it is you need to progress to the next point. But in I need to make a sale. In D3, the problem was in order to get to the eye level of items, in order to defeat Act 3 Inferno, the only place that dropped those items was in Act 3 Inferno. So it's like you go to Act 2 Inferno and you try to farm the items to do Act 3, and you can't get those items. Like, it's just literally not possible. You're not at a high enough eye level, which is so stupid. So what ended up happening is you have no choice. You gotta like do chest runs. Like, people had made like these places like, okay, these places, all you gotta do is you gotta run really, really fast and open the chest and hope that you get you get items that has the right roles so that you can actually do the content.
I fully remember that. It was great. It was like
And then you wonder why people like left the game, you know? Oh, what happened? No, don't you have phones?
That became such a meme.
Don't you
people have phones?
Don't you people have phones? Now that's a completely different issue.
Glad you made it back.
What's wrong? Don't you people have phones?
Don't you have nets, Exile? That's where it came from, right?
Is that where it came from?
Yeah.
Where it came from?
Yeah.
Exile.
So just PoE like dishing on.
The troll.
That's Exile. But also, I heard the Bestiary League. They actually, whatchamacallit, you actually had to cast the net.
GGG learned a lot from that league, is what I will say.
What? You had to cast
You have to like, you have to bring it down to like low enough health to cast the net.
Pokemon?
Just need
It was
a
Kinda.
Pokemon. It was Pokemon
Except for
League.
like you either kill it too quickly and the beast is dead, or like you don't kill it and it kills you because you're like running around like struggling with some goddamn nets on your inventory.
So that's exactly like Pokemon, right?
Yeah. So okay. So there were like lots of problems from that league. That GGG always tries to push, like.
Surprising that it went core then.
No, it did not go core. This is not Bestiary that went.
As you know it.
Yeah, this is not the same Bestiary League. Just like how Talisman League is not the same as this Talisman that we have. I mean, Talisman still sucks, so at least Bestiaries, you know, they do something. But at the time of Bestiary League, like right now, how it works is you see a beast, you fight it, and then when it gets to like low HP or when it's about to die, it doesn't die until Einhar throws a net onto the beast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what happened before is you gotta get it down to 10% HP, and then you have to throw the net. Talisman had a league. Yeah, Talisman totally had a league. It was called Talisman League. It was the first. It was when I first started streaming PoE. My first streamed league was Talisman. I played ED. I remember that. That was when
Oh, you
ED
played
first
ED
came
before?
out too. Yeah. So going back to Bestiary, and we'll go back to Talisman in a second, so remind me. But Bestiary, you have to wait till it gets to 10% HP, and if you accidentally kill it, like you throw the net and you kill it, it was over, right? It's just dead. And like, what was it? Sometimes they could escape from the nets or some shit. Like, it was bad, right?
So that's
And not
bad
only
for
that, the
Pokemon.
nets were consumable items.
Yes.
And you had
I heard
multiple
about that
levels
too.
of nets. So you had like, you know, the Ultra Ball, the Great Ball. So you had the different tiers of nets that you had to collect and keep in your inventory. And then you had this extra button that you had to press to throw the net, just like how you have to throw the dynamite and the flares. So like nobody was used to that either. And it was like a weird keybind. Like, in fact, I don't even know if it had a keybind. Right? So basically the complaints were like, okay, first of all, why do I have to throw these nets? If I play a minion build, I can't get it down to 10% HP because my minions are still hitting it. I can't stop hitting this thing. And then a lot of people were like, fuck it. Fuck Bestiary, right? And then GGG was like, okay, like we're learning from this. Like instead of, you know, once it gets to 10%, you can throw the net on it, and like you can keep hitting it and it won't die, right? Because what would happen before is like you throw the net, but if you keep hitting it and you killed it, like it's still over. So
Just need a moment to catch
and then people were like, okay, like Beast Theory is actually so complicated, no one understands it. So they actually, it didn't go core. It disappeared for a while until they did this thing where it's like, okay, they'll automatically show up.
It out.
Yeah, they changed the entire mechanic for Beast Theory until it is what it is now. Like they didn't figure it out in the league. Einhard didn't follow you around. None of that happened. It wasn't until
Einhard still doesn't follow you around.
Oh, he
Sometimes.
does.
He does follow.
Or he
back.
tries his best. Sometimes he goes too
tries.
fast. Okay, that's what you get for playing clear speed meta.
Yo, it's not my fault that the dude's old, okay? Like, he needs to catch the fuck up. You know?
Well, it takes some time to catch the beast, so then you just move on ahead of him.
Yeah, yeah, you can move ahead, but like, oh man, Beast Theory was a. I want to say I enjoyed it, but looking back, it was like a. I enjoyed it in a masochistic sort of way. And talismans.
So Jimmy, I got another burial chambers.
Okay.
I evolved it again and evolved into Vault Temple again. It's like 4 now.
Talisman was also lesson learned. They learned a lot from that. And Talisman was so bad it didn't go core. I guess it is. Talismans exist, but like none of the mechanics in Talisman still exist to this day. At least I don't think they do. So Talisman, the way it worked is it's like tormented spirits. Like monsters were influenced by, like they had a talisman on them, and it caused them to be like really strong or have like really weird abilities. And like, first of all, those abilities like one-shotted everybody. Like, you know the Ul Natul, the physical breach?
Yeah.
And then they like put physical spikes everywhere and you bleed whenever you run through it. They had that thing on the talisman, except it did a lot more damage. You would run through it and you would instantly die, right? So like GGG always had the problem, not as much anymore, where like shit would just randomly kill you instantly. They still have that problem. Like Delirium, you had the red balls that weren't red. They were just gray for a long time. Metamorphs had the explosions, right? So there's still a lot of stuff that killed you all the time, but before it was like really bad. Like you would get off-screened. You would just like you know what was it? The Bloodlines mob, the one that does icicles everywhere. You know the magic pack?
I don't really remember these things.
No, like if you fight, even now they exist. The Bloodlines, the
I know.
magic pack. You run up to them and they just shoot icicles, like from the air, like Whispering Ice.
Okay.
So those had a range of like 3 map screens or something, and you just get one-shotted. Like
From
shit like that.
off-screen?
Yeah, from off screen. You don't even know where it came from. So shit like that existed. Way back, right? Like GGG was really bad with when it came to that kind of balance. And the problem with talismans, the way it worked is these guys, first of all, they were really strong. They had talisman on them. You kill them and they drop a talisman. And then every now and then you'll find these things called stone circles. And you have to put 5 of the same talisman or same tier talismans in there. And you activate the stone circle and you get to fight a mob that is holding like a talisman of a higher tier. So that's how you advance talismans. So you know how talismans have different tiers? Like there's a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4.
Okay.
That's where that came from. So what ended up happening is it's super hard to find these stone circles. Like they don't show up all the time. And if you think about it, there's like what, 4 tiers of talismans, and they have to be like 5 of the same talismans or some shit like that. It's 4 tiers of talismans. So in order to get to tier 4, you got to do 5 to the power 4, right? Like you gotta do 5 tier 1s, and then 5 tier 2s, and then 5 tier 3s, and then you get to tier 4. So 5 to the power 3. So that's like 5 times 5. You need 125 talismans to get to the final boss. And sometimes it spawned the boss, sometimes it didn't, right? So basically people hated stone circles. And then afterwards they're like, how the fuck do you put that into core? Because you need to do that 125 times. Imagine if you were in maps right now, you know, talismans, or like, let's say breaches. Breaches show up 10% of the time. So you need to do that 120 times, 10% of the time. Like, you gotta do 1,000 maps just to get a tier 4 talisman, and it could be garbage. Was the tier 4 talisman worth it?
I've never seen a tier 4 talisman.
Not always.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Tier
Doesn't
4
exist anymore,
talisman
right?
is a unique talisman that doubles the implicit or triples, and it can take 2 implicits. So like, you know how the implicits of talismans could be like, do I have a talisman anywhere? I don't even pick those things up anymore, but
They don't show up on
it's like
the
30% cold damage, 30%, you know,
Yeah.
10% to strength. So the unique talisman will pick up 2 of those implicits, or maybe 3, and then double or triple the value. So you could get like 20% to strength, 90% to elemental damage. But it's complete RNG, right? So you could get absolute garbage after all that work. It's not like in Delirium, for example, you get a voices and it's like, wow, right? Like, it doesn't matter which voices jewel I got, they're good. A lot of times you got like random garbage, and it took forever for these bosses to spawn. It's like trying to find all the time. So Talisman League was also lesson learned. I think those older leagues, GGG, well, it was just very different back then, I think. And things are there's still things GGG mess up on all the time, right? Like scaling is weird. They always have weird bugs. Honestly, I don't like I hate that there are bugs, but like as a developer, I understand why they happen. It's more like game design decisions that they do sometimes that are questionable. Like these days, I think the biggest problem everyone has with the game is like, why are there so many fucking shards and fragments and splinters?
That's what Jimmy says all the time, actually.
Yeah.
I don't like it. That's my problem with it. It's that it's very confusing to have all these shards and shit.
Personally, I think that's a consequence of them being bought out by Tencent.
Why?
Why? What is that?
To buy these people to buy tabs?
No, because maybe they're more money driven now.
But why is having all these shards like tab?
Tabs.
Yeah. Which, you know, like I'm okay with. The point of a company should be to make money, so I totally get that.
Yeah, but you know, like the reason why PoE got popular had a lot to do with the community basically donating money. And now it's more like people feel forced. So, you know, there are a lot of people who are upset. Justified or not, like whatever. You're right. The goal of the company is to make money. But for a while, Chris had enough say, or GGG acted out in a way that made it seem like, you know, we're just here so that you guys can have fun. And now people are upset.
Nobody's just here so it benefits other people.
Well, yeah. But like, I'm just saying, like, look at the way they were making money before versus the way they're making money now, right? Very different.
Yeah.
Like before, people were paying $1,000 to make their own unique items.
Yeah. Before they were like a startup. Now they're like a
Yeah.
corporation.
Now they're a corporation. Or at least they act like one.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
I'm not saying one's better than others. Just
Did you ever spend that sort of money to support?
no.
John?
Maybe cumulatively. Well, that was enjoyable. I gotta go sleep. Unfortunately, I will be able to join in on more for 2 to 3 weeks because of entrance exams, so I will watch for it. Well, good luck on your entrance exams, and I hope...
What entrance exams?
Not sure. University, high school, middle school? Who knows? I'm assuming college. Or not. I don't know. But good luck on them. And I'm sure you will do excellent.
Good luck, buddy. I remember the days of entrance exams.
The stress.
Sucks. Standardized exams are awful.
You think so? Why?
Ah, it's just stressful.
University. Okay.
Like all the Chinese kids that kill themselves each year because of the Gaokao.
I feel like that's part of like
one of Sean's viewers. Sean's a streamer.
I've been dubbing for a while, but I have so much sulfite. Not enough azurite. Eternal problem, isn't it?
Have a tier 3 setup.
I just finished my tier 2 setup. I don't even think I have enough tier 3s. I don't think you're supposed to like fill your garden with tier 3s, are you?
No, just the center. You don't have enough. There's no way you can afford
No way
that.
you have enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even for my tier 4 field, I only have like 4 or 5 tier 3s.
Just checking.
Yeah, there's no way you're gonna have enough.
Yeah. Dude, it's so nice out. I feel like going downstairs against Bubble Tea.
I have to make this fucking Discord, man. This is such a time pit. They should just take this planting business, take it all out.
I
You
enjoyed
wouldn't
it,
have
dude. I
nearly
spent
as
like
good items
What?
without it. You wouldn't have nearly as such good items.
No,
without it.
no, I mean, like, okay, fine, you know, keep this shit, but take the planting part out.
just pre-make your garden.
Yeah, just pre-make the garden.
Yeah, I think
Don't
it's
you
fun.
guys play that? What's that guy called that you were trying to tell me about?
Yeah, but it's like
Okay, that's
it has nowhere the
Why?
depth that game has. You know, like
because
Factorio.
that game, because the sole
So the
purpose
folk-
of that game.
Yeah, so basically you're okay with it if that's the sole purpose of that game, but when it's an
Yeah.
add-on feature, you don't like it.
I'm okay with that logic.
I'm sort of okay with that logic. To be
It's like-
honest, I would want more. Like, I don't
You
want
want
just.
more.
I want more planting. Like
Why?
right now,
So
all
you're
you
the
have is
opposite.
storage. You have the collectors. You have pylons. That's it, right? But in something like Factorio or even Satisfactory, it's like there are upgrade paths where one lead to the other, and there are like a lot more dependencies. Like that depth doesn't exist here.
Exile. Bye.
Is there any build that uses two-handed maces?
Sure, stun.
Or like, are they worth crafting on?
Oh,
Like counter-influenced?
people
Okay.
who use maces?
Yeah. I can't think of any. They're
I'm
so big, I
assuming
don't
it's
like
all
to
the
put
stun
any-
builds, like the perma stun builds.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're popular. If anything, people use axes more. I would say of all the two-handed weapons, axes are probably the most popular one. If I had to guess. I like lurked in a crafting Discord channel for like 20 minutes, and everybody was talking axes. Axes, not asses.
There it is again.
These rings are interesting.
This looks so messy.
Are you working on your garden right now?
Yeah, just to plant like T3s. But
I don't know how you had to sustain for all those plots. Like I just added some blue plots, and I'm out of blues like constantly.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Just need a moment to catch
and I
my
actually have to push the dispense buttons to just double check to see if it's working properly.
Yeah, me too. I do that all the time.
Me too.
I mean, it should, I think, theoretically still be auto dispensing, but
This should be just a test button, you know?
To the
Yeah,
road.
Like,
How does
just
it
test. Let me know.
Do you think this will go core?
No.
you don't think so?
You don't think so?
I kind of hope so. I like having the input items, like the
Yeah, me too.
really good items, easy to make.
Rather than getting a bunch of currency dropped onto me, I'd rather have this.
They probably will make the plants super rare though, just like how like the Delirium stuff, splinters are so rare now.
That's true. I mean, to be fair,
Sweet.
they don't need to be so common, because instead of just getting all the seeds, you should be looking for like a bunch of specific seeds.
Are we already? Like I looked for the lightning seeds a lot.
Yeah, but you're not actually just you're just planting everything, you know? And you're not going out of your way to buy lightning seeds either.
That's just because of the trade. I looked at them. It's just too
Too expensive?
too meaningless to trade.
It's only because you can get them so easily.
It's too difficult. Yeah.
I think if you're actually trying to like if your goal is to make a really good item, like say you're actually a crafter, you probably trade
You
for those
claim that
seeds
he's
and
not a crap. How dare you?
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you.
you know, like someone who's actually going to craft mirror items. Or
I
like
think that's-
really endgame items. Because that's
like
what these
that's
seeds are
super
for, right? But as a consequence, now everybody can craft whatever the hell they want, and they get like good shit all the time. I feel like these seeds are. I mean, I prefer that like everyone can craft as much as they want, but these are gonna be really endgame things.
Awakener orbs. How much were they in previously? Do you remember, Jimmy?
2 and some results?
Yeah, they're
usually?
more expensive this league.
We have like 3 exalts here.
They're 3+ now.
When I bought my Warlord Exalted, it was,
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Warlord Exalted Orb is 2.
oh, I paid more than that.
You paid more than that?
I paid 2.2.
I mean,
not that
if you could use the Awakener Orb is the only way to get double influence, though, right?
Yeah. Thinking about getting a plus dex plus fire amulet.
Wow, that's expensive. You're gonna try and craft
Board.
it?
Maybe I will, but like, then I lose my fire leech.
I'm sure you can get Fire Leech elsewhere. Probably on the cluster jewel side.
Yeah, you can, but the cluster jewel that I have doesn't have it, and the one with that mod plus the twos I have is like 5 exalts too. So all expensive.
You were right. You were right when you said all of your items are like 4 to 5 exalts. Guess you're gonna be the one playing the most this league, just to try and fully gear up your character.
That's the fun part for me.
Still sane, Exile?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that too.
Now the question is, what are you gonna do,
Min-max.
Jimmy? Now that your characters are already all geared up, and it's only been like 2 weeks.
It's not geared up enough. Gonna go for more gear.
Yeah, I think you can try to make like a
I think this is the league you try to make a mirror-worthy item.
mirror worth.
Although I don't know if you'll make it,
your-
you'll probably just buy it.
Your
Dude,
sword
this is
should
pretty
be the
close.
mirror.
I just need to remove some resist and then add the freaking warlord influence on it.
This is the league where you can probably play multiple characters because you're gonna gear up so fast.
So you know when you add the warlord influence, what are you trying to hit? You can't add a warlord influence like that unless you do awaken a warlord.
Yeah, how are you gonna do that?
Yeah, and then you're gonna re-roll the entire item.
No, sorry, an exalt. Add an exalt, one of those warlord exalt on it.
It's already
Can't.
influenced.
It's already influenced.
Oh, it's shaper. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that.
Yeah, you're gonna re-roll the item.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
can't.
gonna fucking roll that shit.
I want ancient arbiter searching. Ancient. Okay. On a chieftain. Crit ES onslaught. What build is this guy playing?
There are the
Why does a chieftain want ES? And from the looks of things, he's a two-handed something. Weird. I wasn't sure why I was selling. You know, sometimes you sell an item and you just,
you're
How are
like,
you
I don't know
amassed?
why he bought that.
yeah.
I don't know if I undersold that or if he overpaid it.
Well, I'm pretty sure I priced it at 40 chaos, so I'm assuming I knew. I don't remember why I priced it that way, but I'm assuming I knew at the time. But it's just, I didn't expect him to buy it.
You wanna kick that guy? There you go.
Okay, I was meaning to look at something. It had this. Big damage right now. 23k. I put. Trying to put trigger. I put this thing on. Same? 23, 5, 23. Oh. Oh wow, my damage goes up so much. But I lose cast speed. Pretty sure this one is better. Let's put trigger. Knock the gems on here. I just need to slam. Just need to slam a caster on it and hope it doesn't hit. Cold spell damage. Oh.
Isn't that good for you?
Hmm? Oh. Added cold spell damage. You can't have added cold because it breaks elemental equilibrium.
Ah.
And then this wand is still very insane. I could sell it, but I'll keep it for now. I mean, how much would this sell for? +1 spell damage. Fast speed. Not that much. Okay, well. Switched over to a Crusader wand.
Did you find it or craft it?
I crafted it. This one. I lost cast speed, but I gain. And I lost spell damage, but I gained cold damage over time multi.
That's way
And
better.
arcane surge.
Yeah.
Right? That's
Way
really good.
better. What are you gonna slam on?
Spell damage. There's no spell damage on this thing.
I have some augment casters if you want.
Sure. I mean, I'll do it after. Scary! It's scary. Sure. Yeah, are you free now? Or should I finish my map? I'll finish my map. I have a Zana map. I want to test out this one right now. Oh my god.
Just need a moment to
Much
catch
better?
my breath.
Yeah. It just feels better. The fact that I can get Arcane Surge so easily as well is amazing. What level Arcane Surge? Just says gain Arcane Surge, doesn't it? Dude, if I could get spell damage on this thing, this wand would be insane. It's just kind of hard to roll.
The harvest is ready.
To be honest, the best wand isn't... This isn't even the best wand. The best wand is probably +2. But +2 is so expensive. Even for you,
Plus
right?
2 to cold?
+2? Yeah, +2 to cold. So like +1 to all spell gems. And +1 to
Oh yeah.
It's probably something you would need to.
Yeah.
Apparently it's a lot easier to sleep to roll +2 wands on chaos. You can basically guarantee it. But for cold
How?
and fire, you can't. There aren't as many chaos mods on wands.
Oh, you said chaos. I here.
Chaos. Oh wow, damage is so much better.
How did I die?
Huh. I bet if you did a word cloud of like everyone's names and the shit and the things you see on Reddit for Path of Exile this league, the top 2 words would be 1, Crangled, 2,
Just need a moment
bonk.
to catch my breath.
It's like I can't go a single day without seeing someone who has bonk in their name or Crangled in their name.
Why?
I don't know. Just those are just like the top. Those are the buzzwords of PoE this league, I suppose.
What does that even mean?
Crangled?
Yeah.
Crangled. It was like a Reddit post earlier in April. Here. I'll post it in Discord. And then bonk is like, you know, like bonk somebody on the head. It's two-handed league, so everyone's name has bonk in it.
Where did Jimmy go, or is he just concentrating?
No, I think he's actually away.
Nope, sorry.
Oh, no, he
Turned
is
it off.
just concentrating.
How are your maps?
We're muted.
I muted. My mistake. Well, I now have a Leo Exalt Slam that I don't
Hey.
even want to use because the last time I used it, I fucked it up.
So
These
Leo
leagues,
Exalt,
like-
you know how you said
like-
Leo Exalt was one of the expensive crafts or expensive syndicate things this league? I'm
this
convinced this
Not
league
this
is a
league.
brick.
Not this
Yeah.
league. He's
I haven't been
bricking,
using this thing.
He's bricking items left, right, and center this league.
Have you ever considered trading the sword for the plow, Exile?
I consider trading the sword for the plow. I've already traded the sword for the plow, dude. Man, my new garden looks so sick.
Cannot be chill is actually a lifesaver. I never actually had a pair of boots like this before. Sick.
You like it that much? Would you keep
Yeah.
it over the move speed?
I don't know. But it's just so convenient. Like, you know, sometimes your pots are just on cooldown. Or you
Yeah.
forgot to put on some pots and then you just get slowed. And it sucks.
I'm with you, man. Fuck chilled. New Vestier. I guess new Vestier.
Temperature got wrecked. Ooh, recover. Regenerate 1% of energy shield per second. Recover 3 or 4% of energy shield on kill. Yo.
What?
What?
This is worth modding, yes? If you take out, well, can you take out reduced attribute requirement? I guess you just remove non-defense.
Non-defense.
Add a defense,
You
yeah.
have to remove
Yeah.
that right away, actually. That's the first one you need to remove.
I
Is
think
that
add-
worth modding? Well, the problem
wrong
is
base,
it's
though.
a armor ES.
Yeah. If that was on
Different base.
yeah, about Regalia, I'd say yes.
I know you got excited for a second, but
Hey, well, getting trash sold then. Such a
Put it in
shame.
dump tap.
yeah, how much is the mod worth?
Just need a moment to
You
catch
can't
my
pull it out. How can you pull it out?
I don't know. Just search on that mod.
What can I do with this Leo Exalt Slam?
Leo Exalt Slam, a jewel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I have lots of jewels, and I'm assuming you do too.
Yeah.
How many slots? How many slots can
4.
a medium cluster jewel have?
4.
4.
4?
They're all 4.
Maybe I'll Leo Exalt Slam a medium cluster jewel. Why not?
Oh,
Don't do that if unless you're sure that you don't have a.
yeah, because chances are you're gonna get
low on mine.
a non-notable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you might-
I don't have any more notable anyway. 'Cause I already have the 2 notable there.
No,
Oh.
you can get all the notables, right?
What?
Can.
No, it's you can only
Is
get
there
2.
only
No?
Notables?
I know on a large you can have 3.
There are notable prefixes or suffixes, aren't there?
No, on a large you can only get 3. On a medium you can get 2, and I think on a small you can get 2 as well. No,
Oh, really? Actually,
I haven't.
You
I don't
might
know if
be
I've
right.
seen a medium with 3, but
I have never seen a medium with 3.
You're
Yeah.
probably right. I didn't know that was a thing.
Gather them quickly. A harvest is ready.
Do you not have nets, Exile?
What?
Off you go, little beast!
You're not
Away!
nuts?
Need a life crit jewel. This feels like such a waste. Putting a notable. Sorry. You're using a Leo Exalt Slam on a jewel.
Yeah, not even getting a notable back.
Yeah.
Do not worry,
What am I
little
gonna do?
beast. We are
I
friends
unlocked
now.
it. There's like 5 tier 3 guys in there.
Don't you have another open
Just need a moment to catch
prefix or suffix on your gear?
but it's more likely to ruin.
Yeah, I don't
True.
I don't want to fuck with my gear. I'd rather not do that.
God.
know, I have so much mana problems. I finally just sucked it up and like spent 2 points on a mana regen and didn't node.
Wow.
Wasteful.
Wasteful. What can I do?
Hey, do you guys know the numpad trick? Do you guys still use Enduring Cry? Only Alan, actually. This only matters for Alan. Because you have instant cries, right?
Yeah.
Do you use the numpad trick?
No. But I put it on my left click, so I think it's the same thing that you're trying to say.
Well, okay. What I found last league was if I left click while I was shopping and it worked right, it would cancel me out of my shop. Has that been fixed?
I have not had that happen.
Okay, so that's probably fixed.
But your you put on your numpad and then you just hold that down, right?
No, you press numpad, or
Yeah.
you turn on numpad, and then you put your word cry on like numpad 1, you know, like the number 1.
Yeah.
And then you press 1, you hold 1, which means it's like holding down your mouse key. And then you hit numlock to turn off your numpad. And then you just get
Oh.
stuck. That's what I did last league for my character.
Low on mana.
So I
Cool.
didn't have to put it on that quick. It just automatically work cries.
So you don't use Joy and Cry anymore, Sean?
I can't. I'd like to, but I can't.
Why?
I don't have strength.
Oh, right, you mentioned this. We had this conversation before.
I need more pockets.
I literally passed all the way to Zealot's Oath to use it, and I realized I was like, how much do I have? I have 49 strength, dude. And in order to get like a level 20 Enduring Cry, it's like probably at least 150 strength.
How are you? Your gear is all
Just
fine with
need a
only
moment
40
to
something strength?
catch my breath.
I have no strength gear. I have no strength gems.
And you have no red nodes either on your skills?
No, I have no red gems.
Wow.
Everything's blue and green.
Every build I've played so far has had off colors and
I mean,
getting attributes that fit that.
I have
has-
one gem. Cast when damage taken. I kept it at level 1 just because I can't
Yeah.
level it anymore.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
But that means I can't use guard skills either.
Yeah. Are all the guard skills red?
Except for Arcane Cloak.
Why can't you? Oh, you don't. You reserve all your mana.
Yeah. Oh, free divine.
Oh, I have Veil mods and a Leo Slam.
Just
When
unveil
too much
something you
wealth
need.
is a problem.
Yeah, more money, more problems.
More money, more problems. That's yep.
You literally hit the nail on the head the other day when you said that's what this league was.
More money, more problems. Create a divination card for a new one. Sure. Why not?
Oh, my back.
Be careful. Hello.
Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy,
Mhm.
did you actually plan to make a Magic Find character?
No.
No?
Maybe.
I
I
have a
guess.
Visco
Really?
leash if you do.
Magic
what?
find.
Visco leash.
Oh. Put it in the guild stash.
Okay. I will keep it for you.
I remember you tried that once. You did not like it.
You tried that before?
It was so weak.
That's the definition of magic find. Think about it. They replace all of their gear with MF gear. I think magic find is what you do if you play in a party, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, definitely.
So
You have one
maybe
person has a
maybe
Aura
this
bot,
time
one person
around
has a
we
magic find.
focus on building something where we can play together.
Yeah.
So
do that.
Alan, I need you to create a new character.
Hey, I can. My character right now can be the clear guy.
Yeah, no.
Glad you made it back.
I don't buy it. I don't give a fuck.
No.
You just swap out.
You're gonna destroy your computers, okay? I need you to
Okay,
reroll.
My character is not that game computer destroyed. Video card destroyed.
It really is, buddy.
I don't know. It's not that bad. Getting worse. Ooh. A pretty good troll.
I evolved this tabula. Socket
I literally
duration
just
tips.
followed the Tabula as well. Let's see, how's yours?
Stock
Whoa!
duration.
Yours is a lot better than mine.
But can't use it until level 16, which should be okay.
So? It's not like you have enough support gems.
Yeah. Maybe evolve another one.
I don't know what to do with these Leo Exalt slams.
I don't know what to do with all these exalts in my hand. I'm holding too many exalts. I don't know what to do with them.
It's not.
Do you want to slam one of my items?
Hold on. If I do a veil mod on a necklace, what could I get?
Why don't you just do it?
Cause I got some jewels that need slamming. Like look at these two. Look at these bad boys. Actually, one I already know what I want. I need to harvest craft a life, but I don't know what to do with the minion gem.
You mean the,
You need a-
the Viper
you need a-
Desire?
You need
You want a
chaos
harvest
multiplier.
Viper Desire
Yeah.
needs multi or
Chaos
life.
multi.
You need
Yeah.
chaos multi.
But the Abyss Jewel. Wait, Abyss Jewel can only go up to 3, right? Can I have 4 mods?
I don't think I've seen one with 4.
Jewel, PoE. Yeah, I think it can only have 3. Oh. How many mods can an Abyss Jewel have?
Has Craft of Exile been broken recently?
Oh no. Abyss can totally have 3. Craft of Exile? I don't know. There are totally 4 mod Abyss Jewels. No one
Does
seems to
anybody
be
have
fine.
remove a life?
Yeah, I think I do.
You do?
I think I do.
I have Augment a life.
Nope, I have a vector life too. I need remove a life.
I have.
Ooh, I'll take Augmented Life.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll hit you up
I
after
need-
my map.
I need to remove a life off this.
The life gain on hit.
Ah, I
Yeah.
see. You're still working on this blade, eh?
Well, it's the best I got.
Oh, my thing is broken again.
Control click.
Yeah, that's definitely the better way to do it versus just doing another map. Well, by the
Doing
way,
another
doing
map
another map was basically
didn't
you
work.
waiting for it to expire and
Oh, is that what it is?
yeah. I was thinking about why doing
Learn
another map
anything
would
new.
work, and I'm like, I don't think it's a result of doing another map.
Oh, hey, you kind of sort of organized your. Oh, never mind.
I don't think I have remove a life.
You don't have remove a life, got that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a look at the tier 4. Look what's needed.
Wow.
And I replaced the yellows twice and the purples once.
I can't see anything in here. How many do you need?
How many do you need?
Yeah, like how many energy do you need?
So for the tier 4, each turn needs 125 yellow and 62 purple and blue. And then you need 4 adjacent tier 3 seeds, which all need 108 of 2 colors. And each tier 3 needs, like adjacent tier 2s. And, you know what I mean?
Mm,
Some of them fulfill each other because, like, it's at least. So the tier
right,
3s.
right.
Yeah, but it's a lot of energy. I will take your augmented life, though.
Yeah, sure. Give me a sec. Trying to figure out what I want to do.
I gotta do some of these lower tier maps and fill out my freaking bonuses.
I gotta delve some more. I haven't delved in a long time. I'm too lazy to.
Yeah, me too. A lot of times it just comes down to lazy. No, there's no regen.
And it's the fact that, like, when you're delving, your plants don't progress.
How much do I like my EXP? I think I like my EXP too much. I'm putting a T12 map in the guild stash. I can't freaking run it.
Why can't you run it?
No regen.
Just swap out a.
Oh, it's
Mana
my
flask.
ES. It's not my mana.
Oh,
Well, my mana too. There's that as well, but. Are my delves? Okay. Have some sulfite room. I might actually run a Nico. Have you guys been running out of master missions? Because I'm like
no.
always out.
Kind of, sort of.
Our garden swells with life. Come.
My game lags, like, every time I pop a Legion.
Now imagine if 3 of us were in that map.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
There's a bunch of chilled ground on the map, and now I kind of wish I cannot be chilled.
Yo, it's super convenient, man.
Low on mana.
I watched Hamilton last night on Disney Plus.
Was it amazing?
It was great. When you
What
went to
is
see
Hamilton?
it
You guys
live,
keep
was
talking
it with
about
the original cast?
No. It's a Chicago cast. What'd you say?
What is it? You guys keep talking about it.
It's a musical.
Oh. Have you guys always been into watching musicals? I don't remember you guys being.
I have.
I like theaters.
It's just expensive, so
It's very expensive.
try not to go too often.
I
How much
think
is
my
it?
I think my Hamilton tickets were about 1,000.
$1,000
Yeah.
for one person.
No, it's for two. When I went to
$500 per person. Crazy.
when I went to see, we got better seats too. But when I went to see Book of Mormon, it was about $300.
Yeah, how much did I pay for Book of Mormon? I sat pretty close.
Glad I
to
don't
it.
have any culture.
Said no one ever.
Way cheaper on my wallet.
I saw Wizard of Oz for like $25.
In Broadway?
No, here.
Oh, cause like when I was in New York, we saw Curious Case of the Dog, Curious Case of the Yellow Dog, whatever the fuck. Anyway, so there's like a place that you can pick up like last minute tickets that
Yeah.
they go and fill the seats. I think we ended up paying like $30 or $40, whereas like regular tickets are like, well, they're very expensive.
I went to Vegas and we went to see. We saw 3 shows, but one of the ones that was kind of memorable was Jersey Boys.
Oh, ooh, that sounds pretty cool.
And when I had ordered, I didn't bother like standing in line doing those last minute tickets. I had ordered it ahead of time because I really wanted to go see it.
Sure.
So I was in Toronto, I ordered it, and I was looking online for discount codes. And it just so happens that at the time it was like a 50% discount code. The code was like save 50 or something,
Wow.
right?
Okay.
And then I was sitting there, I put in save 50. I'm like, wow, it worked. Okay, sweet. I get half price like Jersey Boys tickets.
Sure.
And I go, can you like, are there other codes? So I started typing like save 60, save 70, save 80. And I got 80.
Wow.
It just kind of worked on its own, right? And I'm like, oh my god, dude, we got Jersey Boys 80% off. And that's how we
Should
went
try
and
to save
saw it.
90.
I tried it all.
You should just
Tried it out.
you should type in just give me the tickets for free.
Apparently, a lot of codes, or a lot of times, like people have codes that are like, they give out when they fuck up. So like one of the popular codes are like, sorry, you know, like sorry 60
Yeah, no,
or
that
sorry
makes sense. Yeah,
whatever,
sure.
right?
That makes sense. Yeah.
So that's actually what they recommend. Like try sorry, try like if you notice patterns, try like those different patterns. Apparently they work all the time, but maybe businesses have, you know, wised up a little.
But sometimes they simply just don't have a tech department. They're like, oh, like people aren't gonna abuse this.
Yeah.
Also, like people who buy tickets like that are usually a little older and they don't care, right? It's
Yeah.
just like,
Or they don't know about it. Like I would
they-
never think to try that.
yeah, I would never think of that too.
It was ever
Good on
since
you,
then.
man.
When I see a word and a number, I try like all the numbers, dude. But that's
I
the
guess
only
that's
time
like
it
a
works.
programmer in you.
Yeah, I guess.
For me, I'm just like, okay, there's code. They must have expiration on that code.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's like logically sound, right? You know, like no one could possibly be this dumb. And
Especially
then
a company, right?
yeah,
What the fuck?
especially a company that seeks to make money.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I don't even feel bad that they lose money.
Yeah,
Like
no,
you
that's
deserve
just-
to lose money.
Yeah, you deserve that. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, come on, man, get your shit together.
You guys want to do some lights?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm down.
Well, I'm
That's free.
supposed to go biking soon, and I kind of want to fight Shaper before I go. So
Ooh, where are you going?
Where are you guys biking to? How
downtown.
far? Downtown?
Oh, I usually do like a 60 or 70 kilometers when I go downtown. Actually, it's gonna be less than that because I'm driving to the park and then I'm going downtown. But I usually meet up with Don, and Don does like a 40. Today's really hot, so I'm really just waiting for the sun to go down.
Yeah, make sure you bring lots of water.
Yeah. Well, we do, and the problem is like so before on the path like or in Hyde Park, we end up being there. they have water fountains, but you know, all the water fountains are like not working anymore for good reason. Like I'm not blaming them for it. So now I actually have to plan it out. I usually carry really small water bottles because they fit better. But now, like, to carry a fat, thick with 2 C's water bottle, just
Where
so I
do you
don't
carry it?
die. Water bottle. What do you mean?
On the bike?
Yeah.
Cool, cool.
Up you go, little beast!
You know, 20 years later, you guys are still doing the same thing, except you've upgraded your bikes.
Oh, my bike is like $8,000. It's definitely not like a kid's bike.
A $200 bike.
It's none of that Canadian Tire shit. Like when people are like, "Oh, where'd you buy your bike from?" I'm like, I don't understand the question.
That's what I would ask. Where'd you buy your bike from?
Yeah, exactly. Just buy the bike. I'm like, well, I can't. That's an unanswerable question because I didn't actually buy my bike from anywhere. I just it's like custom made. So nowhere.
Did you custom make it and you bought the parts where like
So
somebody
I
custom
bought
made it?
all the parts and I built it, except for this one. Like this bike, I built as much as I can, but I don't have the tools because I want it to be fancy, and I bought a whole bunch of Italian carbon parts. And the Italian guys use different tools than the Japanese and the Americans. The bike that I had before uses Japanese American parts, but the Italian guys, they have all custom tools, and their custom tools are so expensive that I can't justify buying it just as a home mechanic. So I actually had to go to a specialty bike store called Blacksmith Cycles in Toronto. It cost me $780 to build it up.
Did Don build his own bike too?
Yeah. We actually can do most of the maintenance ourselves. It's just that whatchamacallit, it is a little difficult if you don't have the tools.
Good hobby. Keeps you guys
It's a
fit.
very good hobby. It keeps you healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a
Maybe
good
I'll try to
hobby,
get
too.
into it. I need to do something more physical than.
Dude, you know what my problem with biking is? I don't like the speed.
Oh, I love the speed. I like just just before you lose control. Like I sometimes go on a hill at like 80 kilometers an hour, and like that moment, like you're gripping the handlebars, the adrenaline's in your body. Like
And you guys bike
live
downtown
that
too?
shit. Not at 80 kilometers an hour, but yes, I do bike downtown.
Because I've seen like, people have like devastating.
Well,
driven
we
bike
usually
downtown.
stay on the fairly healthy or easy trails and stuff downtown.
Oh, okay.
I am
Not like on the
very
road?
no not downtown is fairly
Just
well
need a
connected
moment
in terms
to
of
catch my breath.
like biking trails and stuff. But whatchamacallit, I know what you're talking about. And people downtown, like, they don't fucking pay attention, and it's scary as fuck.
Yeah, when I'm driving around, I'm just like, oh, my car, their bike, they should pay attention.
Well, I do pay
Yeah.
attention. And obviously, like I think everybody needs to pay attention, but it's
Yeah.
my life. I'm obviously going to pay attention to my life. I try my best, but
Some of the bikers downtown, they don't like to pay traffic rules, you know, to like run a red.
oh yeah, like and those people when they get hit, I genuinely have
There are no more
like
worthy
it's your
beasts
fault.
in the
I don't know what the
wild.
fuck you're doing. Like you shouldn't be digging through cars as if you're a motorcycle. You don't have to speed. People can't see you. You don't make any noise. Like at the very least, motorcycles have some sort of engine noise. Don't fucking run red lights.
Maybe I'll get into biking. I'm starting to develop a bit of a belly. The PoE.
The PoE belly. I know
PoE
it well.
People have beer bellies. They
Yeah.
have a POE
I don't drink
belly.
beer, dude. I just play a lot of PoE. No one asked me why I'm fat. It's like, well,
Have you ever heard this game called Path of Exile? Do you have bellies, Exile? Turn back, trespass. Easter's madness. Ah, come on.
See, even for me, I need to gamify my exercise. That's why I'm playing Just Dance.
Just dance.
I literally left my Shaper fight to sell a 1.1 Exalt gem.
I would.
I would too.
What gem?
Transcendent Flesh.
Is it?
Oh, the sacrificial chamber?
Yeah, that's that.
Oh, Jewel. I'm
Jewel,
like, what
sorry.
skill gem do you have that's one Exalt unless it's an Awakening?
I have a whole bunch of Awakening gems. I think
Easy clap.
every one of
Glad
them
you
I
made it
got
back.
was worth a lot of money, except for the most recent. And I
Did
put
you
it
get
up for
more?
like. I think I got 4 in total. But the 10 Exalt one was obviously very baller. Oh my god.
Man, I'm getting a lot of Shaper rings today. I got a Shaper Diamond ring, Topaz ring, and a Coral ring.
Yo, Shaper Diamond rings are really good rings to make thing mods out of.
Yeah, I feel it.
Assassin's Mark ring.
But how do you roll Assassin's Mark? You literally just gotta get lucky, right?
Yep.
Or you roll crit. And
There is a augment crit whatchamacallit? Blue
yeah, the blue deed.
yeah.
Tier 2 though.
Here too.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I actually got into a habit. Hop in, drop down Impale, hop out. I don't even wait because I know his life is gonna go back down. And all those bots that have phases that keep getting me killed because I stand there and I don't drain life anymore. Fuckers.
Hey, were you the one that needed a critical cluster jewel?
Critical clusters. I bought one. They were pretty cheap.
Oh, okay. God. Okay. Gonna take a quick 5-minute water break. You gotta check your posture. Make sure you're
So
hydrated.
it's not actually possible to skip Shaper phases, right?
No, I don't think so.
It's like I saw a video of people doing it.
Oh,
I
like
guess-
instant kill Shaper? I don't know. I don't. Maybe. No, I think it's Elder, right?
You can instant kill out. Oh, no. I
No,
don't know
wait.
if you can instant kill. I don't do it up there.
I don't know. I don't know.
I can.
Okay.
Right,
okay. I'm
guys,
taking a quick
the tier
break.
4 is ready.
Just 5 minutes. I'm gonna go get some
Ooh.
water. Go to the washroom.
My Shaper fight's almost done. Give me like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then I'll
Yeah,
cut this
Billy.
episode right here, and then we'll go and make another episode. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, as
My
always, you can leave a like and
six-pack
subscribe to my
abs
channel
has
for more
turned into
updates in
a
the future.
belly.
Otherwise, keep in
Yoey
touch,
belly.
guys. I'll see you guys next time.
Yoey
Bye bye.
belly of the beast.